Devontae again.
Running inside, Gobert denies, but the bucket goes in. But the bucket goes in.
Oh, yeah.
But the bucket goes in.
Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking about San Antonio Spurs, y'all. And a couple days ago, they had a huge win against the Jazz. I know I'm late on this. It's been a busy weekend, but I had to make a video about this because I was too hyped about 3 reasons why the Spurs win versus Jazz was the biggest win of the season thus far. Hopefully we have some more. You know, the season is still young, but as of right now, that was the game I loved, man. And one of the biggest reasons was because of your boy Lonnie Walker. That's why I started off with the meme, because I knew that's exactly how I was hyped when it was in real action, real time, real life, baby. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, like I was saying before in the opening, I'm just so happy for Lonnie Walker, because Lonnie Walker has been struggling a little bit this season. He hasn't really been consistent, and you know, the Spurs, they didn't extend him early, so I know that's going through his head. You know, he's been part of the team for a while now. We've been rooting for him. He's definitely the most athletic person on the team, usually the most athletic person on the floor, so it's hard to see him struggle, man. He should be going to the basket every time. He's been putting in extra work with Manu Ginobili, and you know, this game was indicative of showing some of that work that he's been putting in. So I was super happy for him, because to be honest, and I talked about this, you know, about Spurs Nation, the fandom, we have the tendency to pick on people, and Lonnie Walker has definitely been a scapegoat this season. So I'm glad to see him get a win, you know, get a big basket under his belt. So when I opened with a meme like Eddie Murphy, I was dead serious. I was exactly like that when I shot went in. Because, man, in certain groups on Facebook, man, they just be dogging this man out, not giving him the benefit of the doubt that we've given other players in this same position. You know, Murray's taken a while to develop. D. White has taken a while to develop, but we just on Lonnie because we want him to do it quick and in a hurry. You know, so I was happy to see this guy get a W. Another reason why this is one of the biggest wins of the season was the duo of White and Murray looked good together on the same night, and they contributed majorly to the game, to the clutch moments in the game. They both were involved. They both had big moments, so it didn't feel like one was being elevated over the other. It felt like for once, especially in the last 5 to 7 games, that you know, they both were able to contribute and they both felt comfortable. I didn't feel like one was dominating the ball more than the other. It felt a lot more balanced in this game, and that's important because early on Murray was dominating the ball, and then White was really struggling, and then lately White's been dominating the ball and Murray has looked kind of flat on the offensive end. The good thing about Murray, though, that I will say is that, you know, even if he only averages 10 points for that game, he's going to get you the 10 rebounds. He's going to get you almost 10 assists a night. And that's what's great about DJ. He is multifaceted. And I think that's what the coaching staff was thinking when they changed the sets a little bit, because DJ is going to get his, you know, 16, 11, 11, you know, the fifth triple-double of the season, moves in second all-time behind D-Rob. That's big time, man. That's big time. And it wasn't just these two gentlemen that brought the game. Kellen Johnson, man. Kellen Johnson has really improved on his 3-point shooting, something that he desperately needed to do because he was very unimaginative in the paint on offense. So it was good to see him add something to his game that was much needed. And I do think Kellen Johnson's resurgence does have a lot to do with the fact that D. White and Murray are consistently looking for him. You can tell in the Jazz game that they made a consistent effort to look for him. I remember, you know, deep into the game, specifically Murray passing up his patented, you know, wide open mid-range shot to give a tougher shot to Kellen Johnson, just to build that young guy's confidence. And then of course 3 points is always better than 2, especially when you got the Jazz team that was just, you know, chomping away at the lead, man. And White and Murray showed a lot of leadership in this game, man, because we were down 17. Kellen Johnson showed a lot of grit too. So it was good to see that the Spurs were able not just to hold off a team, but to come back and have a comeback win. That was very refreshing and different, and that's why I have it, as one of my favorite wins of the season so far. The last reason why this is one of my favorite wins of the season was the fact that the Spurs, and I mentioned it a little bit earlier, they showed so much grit and so much poise. They could have gave up this game. They were down by as many as 17, almost 20 points. They could have just threw in the towel, but they fought their way back, and then the Jazz punched them back. It wasn't like the Jazz gave up when they came back and blew the lead. When the Jazz blew the lead, they kept taking over, and Derek White, man, he showed great poise, hit some big shots, around the free throw line, pushed the issue, to get to the free throw line, made all his free throws, which is amazing. So shout out to D White for doing his thing, man. Great play on his end. I love his aggression. Murray, he had some pretty good shots as well. He did miss a couple free throws, which I was pulling my hair out over here, man. You got to make them, young fella. You got to make them. But overall, I didn't see them looking tentative. I didn't see them looking hesitant. I didn't see them look afraid, and that goes back to Lonnie Walker. When the play was broken and we couldn't get the ball to Murray and we couldn't get the ball to White, Lonnie Walker said, hey, I'm taking this bad boy right now, my daggone self, and he did the daggone thing. Other unofficial reasons, quote unquote, that we won this game, one major one that probably should have been one of my main reasons was the three-point shooting, man. I know that three-point shooting had to have Pop smiling on the inside, because he had never smiled on the outside, because those boys was hitting those outside shots. And when you do that, that opens up the lane for Murray, for D White to get to the cup. We have to get better at those three-point shots. But they were falling. With Lonnie were falling, McDermott had them falling, Vassell had them falling. It was great and beautiful to see how good of a team we could be when we hit three-point shots. We don't have to hit all of them, but we can't only hit 2-3 a game. We can't struggle. So I was happy to see that. Another player that deserves so much props, and I don't feel like I talk about on the channel enough, is Jakob Poeltl. That boy is so freaking active, man. He stays active in the paint. He plays hard. His offense with the little floater on the pick and roll has gotten so much better and so much more reliable. Heck, even when he missed the shot, when we really needed a bucket, he was able to get that offensive rebound and put it back up. Go ahead on, Jakob. I see you, baby. Shout out to Murray for, trusting his teammates more these days. That pick and roll with Jakob is just like money, baby. I don't even hold my breath when he do it anymore. I do hold my breath a little bit when Eubanks does it, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still a little nervous about that guy, but he's playing hard too. He's playing hard too. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thank you for kicking it with me. I know I'm a couple days late, but like I said, busy weekend, but I had to make a video on this, man. I was so hyped for that Spurs win. So hyped, man. So hyped. All right, guys, check out the other videos on the channel. Don't forget the superhero playlist. I got that Spidey No Way Home review up. It does have spoilers. Go rock with your boy, okay? Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.